16 and a bit years, approaching 16 and a half years. Obvious first question, why now?
I just think it's the time is right for me to go. I have done a long stint, and I've got other competing interests that I think I need to give more energy to. I don't think I can do that and do the Legislative Council job as I should do. It's going to take more, these other interests are going to take more time, so I think it's fair to step down at this stage. And at the time when other MLCs are going out of office seemed the logical time for me to do it. So there'll be election from 5 members rather than 4. And I have enjoyed my term in Tynwald. Obviously, there have been some very good times and some not so good times, but you have that in every job and every walk of life. But I can honestly say that I have enjoyed most of the time in there. I've served with some excellent civil servants, and I've got on exceptionally well with a lot of my colleagues a lot of the time. And I've enjoyed the rapport that we built up over the years. Obviously, I came in 2001, and all the members that came in at that stage are now not any longer in Tynwald as well. And 2 that came in a by-election shortly after that aren't as well. So, if you like, the cohort that I politically grew up with have gone. There's a new set of politicians on the block now, and I wish them well for the future. But all in all, everything came together, and I've been thinking, it's not a snap decision, it's something I've been thinking about over several months, that now was the time for me to step down and pursue other things. And there are quite a few things on my bucket list that I'm not going to achieve when I'm sitting in Bucks Road.
What cast your mind back to 2001? I mean, you come from a family with considerable history in both the area, Glenfaber, and a long political background as well. What prompted you to first get involved and I know you were a commissioner, but throw your hat onto the national stage as it was in 2001?
Well, it's a funny situation, really. My father, my grandfather, my uncle were all MHKs, and having seen them in office, I thought it's something I would never want to do. And I was surprised myself when I made the decision to stand, but circumstances change. I was a local authority member at the time, and it was at the time of the proposed all-island Irish scheme, where everything was going to be pumped around from the whole of the island to one location for the sewage to be treated. And I just thought it was such a crazy scheme that I just didn't want to sit back and watch it happen. There were other things happening at the same time, and I thought at that time I was one side of 50, and the next general election I'd be the other side of 50, and really start a new career. It was a bit late in the day, so it was now or never, if you like. In 2001, I was only ever going to have one shot at it. If I got the thumbs down, I wouldn't stand again. But as I got elected in 2001, I served my time, if you like, in those first 5 years.
You topped the poll, obviously, 3 times, 2001, 2006, 2011, and it caused quite ripples at the time when you were first elected. Well, it was one of the shocks of the day, if I recall.
Well, there weren't many shocks around at that time, if you recall. I think there were only 4 or 5 changes at that time. But I think the political background that I had from my father, my grandfather, my uncle certainly stood me in good stead, because I knew I was letting myself in for, if you like. But as I said, I was only going to give it one shot. And as I did get in, then I did give it my best shot. And obviously, the rest is sort of history, if you like. But you go full circle as a politician. And I was like a lot of them at the moment, new kid on the block. And I was very fortunate to sit as a member of the Department of, as it was then, Health and Social Care, under Claire Christian when she was minister, and I certainly learnt a lot from sitting under her leadership at that time. And lo and behold, several years later, I would come back to be Minister of Health myself. But I certainly learned from the others round about me at that time, and she was a very good leader at that time, and I learned a lot from her.